In my 20s, when I started working, I was a driven, ambitious, and a laser focused woman who had a drive to excel and grow. I used to think perfection was the only way to grow. So every mistake, no matter how small, felt like failure. And instead of seeing mistakes as lesson, I let them weigh me down. I used to beat myself up over every tiny slip up. I wasn't trying to grow. I was trying to hide. I was scared that if people saw my flaws, they would reject me. I used to seek validation from everyone around me, hoping they would approve of me so I could feel a bit better. But the approval I needed wasn't out there, it was inside me. Now I know I wasn't chasing growth at that time. I was chasing perfection. And perfectionism was holding me back. Today, I want to talk about something which changed everything in my life: the power of vulnerability. Vulnerability is the courage to show up and let yourself be seen, flaws, fears, and everything. It's not about being perfect, it's about being real. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable, your brain activates those areas which are responsible for empathy, emotional regulation. This helps you develop emotional intelligence, a skill critical for leadership, collaboration, and problem solving. Science says a study of Talent Smart shows that 90% of top performers have high EQ. Vulnerability helps you connect with others, build trust, and foster collaboration, key factors for success. Dr. Breen Brown, a researcher on human connection, once said, vulnerability is the birthplace of courage, creativity, and connection. In her groundbreaking study, she found that the happiest and most fulfilled people didn't hide their struggles, they embraced them. When we are vulnerable, we build bridges, not walls. It's actually mutual. When you open up about your struggles, you give others also permission to do the same, right? Think about this. Have you ever shared something deeply personal with someone and felt an instant connection? That's the power of vulnerability. For me, every time I made mistake, I would bury it inside, pretending everything is fine. But the anxiety grew heavier. It wasn't until I started being honest, admitting my struggles and imperfections, and I finally started to heal. To my surprise, the people I thought would judge me didn't reject me. Instead, they connected with me more deeply because I was being real. Let me ask you, when someone shares their struggle with you, do you think less of them or do you admire them for their bravery? Now imagine applying that same kindness to yourself. So, how do you start being vulnerable in your own life? Let's break it down into three simple steps. Stay with me till the end. First, start small. You don't have to spill your deepest secrets right away. Begin by sharing something honest with someone you trust. For example, tell a close friend about a fear you have been carrying. Share a mistake you made at work and what you learned from it. Open up about your dream you have been too scared to pursue. Second, reframe vulnerability as bravery. Instead of seeing vulnerability as weakness, start seeing it as an act of courage. For example, if you are in a team meeting and you admit, I don't have all the answers, but I love to hear from everyone here. That's not weakness, it's strength. It shows humility and people will respect you more for it. Because being honest takes guts and people admire those who are willing to own their truth. Third, practice self compassion. This is a big one. Learn to forgive yourself for being human. Mistakes don't define your worth, they are stepping stones to growth. For example, if you mess up a presentation, instead of beating yourself up, ask, what can I learn from this? How can I do better next time? Because treating yourself with kindness builds resilience in you. I'm not saying vulnerability is about oversharing or exposing every part of yourself. Don't do that. It's about being real, being honest, and showing up, especially when it feels uncomfortable. Because discomfort is where growth happens. Every time I made mistake, every time I felt less than, I thought it was a step backward. But now I see it differently. Vulnerability helped me grow and it can do the same for you. So the next time you are scared to share your truth, remember this. Vulnerability is not your weakness, it's your superpower. If this message resonated with you, like, comment and subscribe. I would love to hear your thoughts. When was the last time you embraced vulnerability? Please share it in the comment below and let's inspire each other. Until next time, stay real, stay strong.